This question comes from 2K your way, and they ask, who do you think are the 7 toughest NFL players to game plan for? Now, right off the bat, the guy you see on your screen right now, Lamar Jackson, he's obviously one of the toughest NFL players to game plan for. When it comes to Lamar Jackson, it really doesn't even come down to X's and O's, because no matter what you do on defense, he's going to find a way to kill you with his athleticism and as transcendent of a runner that he is. It doesn't come down to X's and O's. It just comes down to, can you tackle Lamar Jackson knowing what tricks he has up his sleeves every single second to go get to the end zone and get out of your way and avoid a tackle? Again, it does not come down to X's and O's with Lamar Jackson and his running ability. He is transcendent, and he can win you games in many ways, and we know that guy can sling the ball. Now, another guy I think is one of the toughest NFL players to game plan for is obviously Patrick Mahomes. Everything about Patrick Mahomes is tough to game plan for. He'll extend plays for you, and even if you think a play is dead, Patrick Mahomes, with his terrific ability with his arm and everything and how he reads defenses, he can still kill you and make plays, and that's really hard to game plan for because you don't know what's coming next, and you know that Patrick Mahomes always has one more trick up his sleeves. But the way he can read defenses, the way he can make these incredible throws and still make these plays when it looks like the play is done, Patrick Mahomes is incredible for that, and everything about him is really tough to game plan for. Tyreek Hill, speed kills, and that's really all I gotta say. He'll spread the defense out, and even though they spread these defenses out, Tyreek Hill is still exploding downfield. Derrick Henry, now he's a guy, he's so big, he's so fierce that you think up the middle would be the way to go with Derrick Henry, and he would just eat from the middle. Now, that is not the true way, because Derrick Henry can get yards from outside, but he can also kill you inside. So the versatility of where Derrick Henry can run is really, really scary, knowing he's a freight train and knowing he can run you over and throw you all over the field. That's just really scary. He's hard to game plan for, he's hard to tackle, and also knowing he can go anywhere on the field when the play starts as a runner. Now, 3 guys on the defense: Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. They're 3 guys that you have to shift your offensive line for to make sure they don't get to your quarterback. You have to make sure you put 2 offensive linemen on them and 1 tight end on them, just because they're so great at doing what they do, getting past the offensive linemen. And I've seen Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, and TJ Watt get past triple teams, and it's just too amazing what they do to get this amazing production but still bring these triple teams. It shifts the way you really game plan your offense, especially your offensive line, because you have to shift 3 guys to the other side of them, and it really hurts for teams that have to play the Steelers defensive line, because not only do you have to worry about TJ Watt, but you got like 3 other guys in Cam Hayward, Stephon Tuitt, and now Melvin Ingram that you really have to worry about. Now, Julio Jones and Alvin Kamara are guys that I think are also toughest to game plan for. Julio Jones is just a well-rounded player, and he's just really hard to guard, and he can make plays that really no other players could make. But Alvin Kamara, him is probably the most versatile player in the NFL. Is really scary. We know at him as a runner, he's one of the most pure runners in the NFL. We know he's an incredible guy catching the ball, but really just as a scoring machine, that's really hard to game plan for, because he'll run all over the field but still have a score and something up his sleeve. So knowing him as a threat both ways, it's just really scary, because he'll find ways around your defense. But those are the 7 or 8 toughest NFL players for me to game plan for. And if you want to get your questions answered on the show, please make sure you go to my community tab section every Monday and post under the prompt your NBA or NFL question under the specific date that the prompt tells you to. Just make sure you put it under the right date, so I'll be able to make sure I can get your question in the right time, because if you don't put it under the right prompts, I probably will not see it.